a signal, and I'll meet you after dark. Whoosh, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Hello! Welcome back to Embodying Mystical Mac. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you are new, thank you so much for joining. Today we have a very exciting erastour review. For those of you who are not aware, I am a major Swiftie, so if you're listening on the podcast, thank you so much for supporting that medium. If you want to hop on YouTube when you're done just to check out my Taylor Swift vinyl collection that I have magically fit into the frame, all of them. I'm still working on getting Taylor Swift or Fearless Taylor's version, and of course I'll be getting 1989 Taylor's version. So I'm very excited about that. But let's just get into it. I've got my friendship bracelets on. I have my vinyls around me, and I have my Taylor Swift ERAS sweatshirt that I got right when this thing dropped, because I remember that she put this out during Reputation era, obviously without Folkmore in there, and without Midnights in there. And I remember wanting it and not getting it at the time. And then as soon as this one dropped, I was like, I'm doing it. I am doing it. I'm getting it oversized, and I've worn it out, and I love it. I absolutely love this sweatshirt. Okay, so erastour. First of all, I did go through the Great War, or rather my boyfriend did, trying to get tickets for me. I was not able to get tickets. I was trying to do it through the Capital One sale. Was not gonna happen. And then a beautiful angel in my life named Shannon, the person that I took to Reputation tour when it happened in 2018, was like, hey, I can't pay for your ticket, but it's yours if you want it. And I was like, duh, of course I want it. So it was actually quite serendipitous. We got to go in Santa Clara Levi's Stadium, which is where we got to see Reputation. So it was lovely. Our seats were amazing. I'll have my editor intersperse a little bit of the photos and maybe some of the videos that I took. I really tried to be very present for those kinds of experiences. So I didn't take a whole lot of videos, but I did take some cool videos and some cool photos. I guess like right off the bat, the initial experience of it all was lovely. It's incredible to be able to go to a stadium concert and feel so safe around everyone, and just feel like everybody is just there to have like a really wholesome good time. There really is like a spiritual, magical experience when you just congregate with a bunch of people around something that you all love, and then, you know, add the fact that you're doing so with the person who created it. So I frankly believe that that is very special, and I do feel that the erastour was like a pop culture moment, and I'm incredibly grateful, not only as a Swiftie, but as like a human of the world, to have been part of it. Now, I do feel like I have to disclaim, just because I'm a Swiftie and I absolutely love her music and I champion her good deeds, it does not mean that I'm like oblivious to the things that she totally needs to work on as a person. And I'm not a fan of stan culture. If I ever say I stan somebody, rest assured I am joking. The moment that they do something that is not okay, I will be the person to be like, yo, ooh, that wasn't okay. But I'm not trying to model my life after Taylor Swift. If anything, the only thing I'm trying to do here is I'm taking pointers for my own career, artistic and music alike. So I just feel like I need to say that, because she's made some really unfortunate choices in the last little bit, the last several years, honestly, mostly of inaction. But to me, like in the world that we live today, inaction can be a really, really powerful action if you're in her position. So I just want to throw that out there, that just because I love the work, it doesn't necessarily mean that I stan the artist. Like, I stan the art, I don't stan the artist. I do not stan people. People are fallible humans. I am a fallible human. Don't stan me either. Stan my work, stan the things that I stand behind. That's cool. Let's see, right when we got there, so my friend Shannon and I, we were really smart humans, and I have a really close friend that lives out there in Santa Clara, and we were able to park in her building and just kind of walk on over to Levi's. I also got a really cool little perk through my friend, and we were able to go through some confidential places to get to our seats, which was really, really fun and kind of like added to the experience for my friend. I'd gone through that way before because I'd been there like for football games and stuff with my friend, whose husband was able to get us through that way. But Shannon hadn't been there, so that was really cool that she was able to experience that. The beginning, the clock was really exciting. That just, you know, of course, Taylor knows how to market, how to build up drive, or how to build up hype. And it was pretty fun to watch. Where we were sitting, we could see them wheeling her into the you know, the stage or whatever, in her little cleaning cart. So that was a cool little experience. We exchanged a lot of friendship bracelets. These are the ones that I decided to keep on my person and eventually take home. There's one that says Ivy. My friend Shannon made all these. I didn't make any of them. She made a ton, and we just traded with a bunch of people. This one says 2003 Unbearable. There's boating license with some bloody beads, which I appreciated. There is Bitches and Models, because, you know, Fearful. That was a trade. I really appreciated this one. I just, you know, why not? I Know Places, this little blue one right here. And then I have Long Live. This one's very cute. Long Live. I have Lavender Haze, Body and Soul, Right Where You Left Me, just the letters, and then Devil's Roll the Dice. Yeah, the trading experience was really, really fun, to do that with other Swifties. My friend Shannon, she had gone to opening night with one of her other friends, and she was saying that they were both introverts, so it was kind of rough because they didn't really trade with anybody. But when I get in those environments, I tend to be very extroverted, and so I was kind of making a point to make sure that we traded with people, and, you know, we really got into that kind of like communal experience, and it was really, really, really fun. Honestly, like, it was super fun too to see everybody dressed up, and even the people who were just like wearing a t-shirt, their t-shirt would say something hilarious, you know. Really fun to see all the little kids that were dressed up and things like that. I know that there are a lot of conservative people that feel like Taylor Swift isn't for kids anymore, but I'm like, you know, kids need a balance, and Taylor Swift is a 33-year-old woman. She's gonna act like a 33-year-old woman, and it is the parents' job to let them know, like, oh yeah, like, this is Taylor doing Taylor, because she's a 33-year-old woman, and you can love her music, but you are not a 33-year-old woman, so there are certain ways that she will act that you are not gonna act, you know, until you yourself are a something-year-old woman, like, you know, a woman, I should say. Yeah, so it was really cool seeing all the parents and things. Now for the actual show, loved opening with Lover, with Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. Those, like, I don't even know what to call them, but those, like, super cool pieces of fabric that people were dancing with when she first pops up on stage were so visually beautiful and appealing. She looked awesome. Getting to finally scream out that bridge to Cruel Summer was cathartic. And I really, really appreciated just all the Lover stuff, like the very simple but lovely couples dancing during Lover. I loved to see same-sex couples as well. I really appreciated the burning down of the Lover house. Like, that was super fun. I never got to see Fearless Tour, so to get like a little bit of that was also really amazing. The lighting on the stage as well as the lighting in the audience was just doing the most all the time. I took some cool pictures of Fearless when there was the guitar. Essentially, the stage was the guitar. I gotta say though, like, Folkmore and Reputation and Midnights were probably my favorite visually. We didn't get the car, unfortunately, for Blank Space. Like, it just didn't make it on stage, which was annoying, but we did get like the light up golf clubs, and I think if we had gotten the car, I would have liked it a little more. But at the end of the day, like, really though, visually, with the exception of Wildest Dreams from 1989, Reputation and Folkmore and Midnights were my favorite. Reputation because during Look What You Made Me Do, like, all the different boxes with all the different tailors who were all her dancers, like, that shit was awesome. Like, so fucking awesome. I also loved just all the snakes, like the snake in the audience with our little bracelet lights. When Reputation era was leaving, there was like a morphed ball python like slithering through the length of the stage and out. And oh, like those details, just, I live for them. And then of course, like, I see how this is gonna go. Like, she is like killing the dancing. She's killing the dance moves. And like, I am so proud of her because like I've been, I was a dancer for a long time. I mean, I'm still a dancer, but I just don't do it regularly anymore. And dance technique is hard to build, especially if it's something that you're building in adulthood. Once that kind of, like childlike way of being able to pick up things with your body sort of leaves you. And I've watched her like progress, and just to watch her like just slay them dance moves and even improv a little bit in them sometimes, and just have like this mad confidence in her dancing, like it makes me feel so excited for her. And she just slayed the game in Reputation era, and I loved it so much. Like Folkmore, I mean, I love them. I absolutely love them. I think Reputation was the first vinyl I ever got, but I'm pretty sure that Evermore was the second vinyl that I got. And I love those songs. I love them so much, and I love that she took the practical effects to a new level for Folkmore, with the trees, with the fire orbs and Willow, with, like Willow was my favorite, honestly. Willow and probably Mastermind were my favorite because of the choreography and the costuming. I mean, like My Tears Ricochet, amazing, loved it. Love a dramatic ballad, like mwah, mwah. But I think Willow and Mastermind probably take the cake for me a little bit. For Folklore, how she had that cabin, and I cannot express to you how incredible the Great American Dynasty, the last Great American Dynasty, like whole thing was. I was so grateful to have been in a seat where I could see the dancer who was playing Rebecca like do this lovely solo dance routine at the end of the song before she like sneaks back into the cabin and backstage. That was one thing that I remember thinking, like, man, like stadium tours, as much as they're incredible and they're so much fun, and honestly they're like emotionally, physically, mentally exhaustive, because being around that many people is just not something we're supposed to be doing all the time, and definitely not something most of us do all the time. But as much as like there's so many positives to a stadium tour, one of them being, being able to cater to as many of your fans as humanly possible, and obviously for Taylor Swift that is a very big concern. There is just no way to kind of please everybody in all the seats, meaning there's no way in one seat you're gonna get to see everything, because unfortunately during that lovely solo number that dancer did, they weren't showing her on the screen, they were showing Taylor, and I totally understand them showing Taylor. That is what people are here to see. But I just remember having that thought of like, man, I'm really fucking grateful that I'm sitting in a seat where I can see the lovely dancing that this woman is doing up on that cabin right now. And that was amazing. Like, that was just so fucking awesome. Her coat for All Too Well 10-minute version, like, first of all, bravo, Taylor. Like, it's one thing to remember, songs that are less than 5 minutes. It's another thing to like get up there and perform your entire fucking 10-minute song. So awesome. I absolutely loved that coat. Absolutely beautiful coat. Of course, for August, like, that dress always slays the game. Loved it. I think we got the white version. I think that's what we got. I think we got the white version of that dress. I love that for Evermore, we got the sparkly version of the orange dress. I really appreciated that. And we got No Body, No Crime, because we had Haim there. So we got No Body, No Crime. And that was so fun because I absolutely love that song. Let's see, what else did we get that normally doesn't happen? Oh, our surprise songs. Our surprise songs were Stay, 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 which my friend Shannon freaked the fuck out because she genuinely wanted that to be the surprise song. She had been like manifesting it with her mind for like months and months and months and months. And then Taylor plays Stay, Stay, Stay. And we just look at each other and we're like, ah! So exciting, oh my god. And then she played All the Girls You Loved Before, and I didn't know that that's what I really wanted to hear until she started playing it, and I was like, ah! I was just so excited. It was so much fun. Let's see. Yeah, My Tears Ricochet, like, amazing. I absolutely loved like the black sparkly cloaked women. and just the very dramatic, you know, performance from Taylor. Like, it was everything I needed. I also really loved the Wildest Dreams performance, actually. Like, I absolutely loved it. It was very simple, but the visuals that they had going on the screen were just entrancing and mesmerizing. And one of my favorite parts, I may or may not have taken a picture of this. I probably didn't because I was trying to be in the moment. But one of my favorite parts of the visuals on screen, well, I'll go one for my Cheers Ricochet. The visuals were doing the most as well, and I loved it. And one of my favorite parts of that one was when it says, now the ships will sink beneath the waves, and it's like the ship getting like swallowed by a whirlpool. Super cool. And then for Wildest Dreams, when it says, you see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burn it down, she's like, there's a visual of her laying on a bed and there are flames just kind of like licking up the sides of the bed. So fucking cool. Like, she slays the visuals. Like, that's not even a fucking surprise, but just amazing. Red portion was super fun. Like, how can it not be fun? Like, Bad Blood, all the pyro. I could literally feel the heat on my face. It was amazing. 22, just so much fun. How can you not have so much fun with 22? And, you know, of course, All Too Well 10 Minute was amazing. I thought that was going to be like my bathroom break song, and I was like, no, just kidding. There are no bathroom break songs. We're going to be here this whole time. And it was amazing. It was just so amazing. And then, of course, the stage dive was super cute and super fun. Like, that was so cool to see it, like, actually see it happening. I mean, man, like, Midnight's was awesome. I loved the sparkly blue leotard. Like, that was awesome. Anti-Hero is really cool. With the sparkly t-shirt. I really appreciated the visuals for Anti-Hero as well, like her as, you know, a giant in a city and things like that. Like, that was cool. But Midnight's, man, like, or not Midnight's, Midnight Rain, when she transitions into that blue leotard, obviously everything was seamless, all the costume changes seamless, like, all of it. I really appreciated Vigilante shit. Like, it was giving me flashbacks from community college when I did cabaret and we had a chair dance for Mine Hair, and it was giving me those flashbacks. But super, I mean, honestly, to see that, I've seen videos obviously, but then to see it live with like the different levels on the stage moving and things like that, and Taylor was just eating it up, like eating it up. I mean, all those dancers eating it up. Like, I had to take my time and like look at each different dancer because they were all just incredible. Of course, Bejeweled was so much fun. Absolutely love that. Like, the ending of that with the lights when she goes shimmer and the light just like surrounds like the whole stage. Like, it was so good. These are the little details that just like bring tears of joy to my eyes, because genuinely, these are the little details that like make these like memorable moments. Your brain is just trying so hard to like store all this information so you don't forget this like amazing experience in your life, and these are the little moments that like anchor you in. And for me, like, that whole like shimmer, like, that was really cute. Mastermind was one of my favorites. I love this idea of playing on a chessboard. I love how she's pointing to different dancers as pieces that are then moving, and the stage is doing this weird optical illusion and black and white thing. Like, all of it just beautifully masterminded, if I do say so myself. And of course, Karma was just a party. Like, so much fun. All the confetti. My friend and I, we grabbed a couple of confetti. I have one that's in my boyfriend's place in his little cork board, and I'm pretty sure my friend kept the 2 confetti that we got. So this is post-filming Mac here. Just to fill in, I totally forgot to let you guys know about Speak Now version. Speak Now was, or not version, portion. We only got, of course, Enchanted, but we also got Long Live because she already had announced the Speak Now Taylor's version, and that was a cathartic experience to sing Long Live with all those people, especially because, like, that song, it's one of those songs that I would play to, like, get myself feeling better, you know, to get myself feeling like there was something to look forward to, and to be able to sing, like, I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you, with all of these people that connect to the song in the same way. Like, I felt really fortunate to be able to witness Long Live. So I just wanted to throw that out there for those of you that are gonna be like, oh my god, she didn't even say anything about Speak Now. it was just so much fun. Like, honestly, I might just have my editor like play you like a slideshow of all of the photos and things that I took here at the end, so that this video isn't so goddamn erratic. But it was genuinely such a good time. As far as stadium concerts go, like, my ideal way of experiencing a stadium tour, regardless of who it is to have the means to go twice, so at least so that once I can sit in a seat kind of like what I had for the ERAS tour, which was a little bit more far out but not that far, and then once on the floor, just to get that like more artist to fan FaceTime connection, because from where I was, like, there's no way in hell Taylor's looking directly at me for anything. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that that is something that I absolutely need to enjoy a concert. It isn't. But for this kind of concert, for an artist that we do not get this kind of access to very often at all, that is just my preferred way of enjoying a stadium tour. And that's just something that I realized, like, after this one, that I was like, well, it actually would have been really cool to also, not necessarily but to also have the experience of being on the floor. Regardless, though, it was such a fun time. Bravo to Taylor for curating such a beautiful, connective, fun, but also very profound experience. Like, I'm used to going to concerts and feeling really deeply and really just getting into it. Like, it really is, like, for those of us that don't partake in any sort of religion, the same kinds of emotions that you get when you're singing with your church and, you know, partaking in the spirit in that way, that same spirit is very much alive in an experience like the ERAS tour. And I am just incredibly grateful to have been a part of it. I'm still integrating it. I'm still kind of in awe and shock that I actually got to go. And I'm really looking forward to what Taylor does next, to TS11, because I've learned a lot about myself through her music. I've learned a lot about art in general through the way that she does what she does. And much like with anybody in my life that I have followed artistically or have learned from artistically, there's just a special place in my heart for her work. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and show that you enjoyed it by clicking that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel as well, and even clicking the bell, because I do post regularly, but I don't post on a schedule. So the bell's quite helpful. If you'd like as well, please leave a comment. Let me know, did you go to the ERAS tour? If you didn't go to the ERAS tour, but you've seen videos, like, is there a part that you thought was really cool? What do you think of my ERAS sweatshirt? What do you think of all of my vinyls? Let me know. If you are going to the ERAS tour, please let me know when you're going. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you're making friendship bracelets. Like, let me know what you hope your surprise songs will be, all of that stuff. Please, I would love, love, love that. And if you want to support me financially in a more direct manner that doesn't have anything to do with YouTube, you can go ahead and check out the PayPal and Venmo link that I have below. It's one or the other. You could also book a tarot reading. You could also check out one of my 2 or both of my affiliates. So yeah, you may also follow me on social media. I'm at Embodying Mystical Mac, mostly active on Instagram, but TikTok exists. And as I briefly mentioned in this video, I do make music, and I haven't released much, but I do have a little music Instagram account going, and that's Mac, or at Mac and the Music. Thank you very much for being here. If you are a fellow Swiftie, say hi in the comments. And stay mystical, stay grounded. If you have any ideas for Taylor Swift videos that I could do, throw those in the comments as well. I have a couple that I'm thinking I might be doing, but I'm probably going to be focusing on some Wheel of Time content right now, and some backlogged movie reviews that I haven't had a chance to put out. However, I always have a little notes app of potential projects, and I would love to hear some TS related content ideas. So throw them in the comments for me. Mwah! Mwah! I'm trying to like find something that's Taylor related. You know what? I know what I'm gonna end this video on. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? I can go anywhere I want, just not home. Bye. Bye.